This is the story of a lake that looked perfectly calm. No towering waves, no eruption of lava, no warning sirens. Just a quiet night, followed by one of the deadliest natural disasters most people have never heard of. On the evening of August 21st, 1986, families living near Lake Nyos finished dinner, said goodnight, and went to sleep. It was an ordinary evening. The sky was calm. There were no storms, no earthquakes, nothing to suggest that, by morning, entire villages would be silent. Sometime during the night, the lake released something invisible. Not lava, not boiling water, not toxic chemicals dumped by people. It released an enormous cloud of carbon dioxide. For years, the gas had been trapped deep beneath the lake's surface by volcanic activity below. Then, for reasons scientists still debate, possibly a landslide or another disturbance, the lake suddenly overturned. Millions of tons of dissolved carbon dioxide burst upward, erupting from the depths. But unlike smoke, this gas didn't rise into the sky. Carbon dioxide is heavier than air, so it spilled over the edge of the lake and flowed downhill like an invisible flood. It crept silently through the valleys, across fields, into homes. As it moved, it displaced the oxygen people needed to breathe. Most victims never had a chance to react. Many simply lost consciousness where they were. They never woke up. When rescuers finally reached the area, the scene was unlike anything they had ever witnessed. Entire families were still inside their homes. Some lay in bed. Others were found sitting in chairs, exactly where they had spent their final moments. Meals remained on tables. Doors stood open. There were no signs of panic, no evidence of people trying to escape. The same silence extended beyond the villages. More than 3,000 cattle and countless wild animals had also died where they stood. By the end of the disaster, more than 1,700 people had lost their lives. Scientists eventually identified the event as a limnic eruption, an extraordinarily rare natural disaster in which dissolved gases suddenly escape from the depths of a lake. To prevent it from ever happening again, engineers installed giant degassing pipes in Lake Nyos. Today, those pipes slowly release the trapped carbon dioxide, reducing the risk of another catastrophic release. But the tragedy remains one of the most haunting natural disasters in modern history, because the people living near the lake never saw danger approaching. They never heard it. They never smelled it. The thing that claimed more than 1,700 lives was completely invisible. And by the time anyone realized it was there, the night had already fallen silent.